All right, guys. There is 6:33 to go in this game. The Raptors are down by 29 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Post games usually post game. Today, I'm done watching, so it's gonna be now. Let's get into it. All right. So when Masai Ujiri before the previous season said there's going to be growing pains with this team, and there were, but that team ultimately won 48 games. So there were some growing pains, a lot of great stuff. This season we started 7-5, about to be 7-6. 7-5 is on pace for 47.8 wins, rounding up, which you should have 47.8. That's 48 wins. So hasn't been a bad start to the season by any stretch. In fact, I would wager that it's been a good start to the season for the Toronto Raptors. But this was an absolute, utter disaster of a performance against the Thunder. And again, it's not even done yet. As the stream continues on, you will probably only see this Thunder lead grow and grow as we keep going for the rest of the game. The Raptors, I like to talk about the positives. I like to be optimistic, and I will be optimistic in the sense that, this is just one game. You're going to lose. You're going to be 7-6 no matter what the score is. It's deflating. You bounce back tomorrow. That is the only sort of optimism you're going to get from me today. Because plain and simple, there wasn't one single solitary specific aspect that I could give you from this game that went well. There is not one single aspect that I can point to and say, at least this guy did this. At least we got this from this player. There was not one single thing that I could say that about from this game. Every single aspect that you could possibly think of was bad today. Every single aspect of this game was bad today by the Raptors. Not one good thing. They have, with 6:16 to go in the game, they have 7 players with 13 or more points. They have averaged 56% shooting from the field in this game, 57%, and they've averaged 42% from 3. The reason they're shooting so efficiently and never came back down to earth is because if they want to lay it up, they're going to go forward, they're going to run in the paint, they're going to get a double, they're going to pass it, and the guy is going to lay it up. If they want to dunk, maybe they missed the layup, but we don't get the defensive rebound. They set up a play, they pass it inside to a guy that nobody picked up because all 5 players are ball watching, and he dunks it. Really easy to get a high percentage of shots to go down when it's all layups and dunks. If by some miracle of a higher power, he comes down and provides the Raptors with help defense and resistance at the rim, it's because we triple team the guy at the rim. He kicks it out to the corner where a player is wide open, whether it be Omaruyi, whether it be Jalen Williams, whether it be Man, whether it be who else has been fucking hitting, Aaron Wiggins, whoever it may be. They're wide open in the corner. They hit the open 3. They're shooting the 3 ball above 40%. Again, there's still time left in this game. It can just still get worse for the Raptors. They just had anything, and everything they wanted on offense. We had absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We did nothing, provided nothing at all, anywhere in this game from the opening, the jump ball, to 4:59 now to go in this game. 100% positively nothing by this team. We go to the point outputs. Honestly, there's some points being put down by the Raptors. It's not a horrible offensive game if you look at the stats here, but it's inefficient. 5 for 12 isn't horrible, but Fred's minus 22. OG 6 for 15, but he's minus 24. Barnes looks like an absolute shell of himself, refusing to back down mismatches in the paint and score his easy shots. Now, at the start of the third, they made a point of giving him the ball, and he started backing down Giddey, backing down Wiggins. It was working. And then they subbed him off. But in the first half, he wasn't doing that at all. He was scared to take on his mismatches. Trent is, again, proven to be inconsistent. The bench, again, the shooting numbers aren't even that horrible, but just nobody willing to play defense. Look at these negatives. Barnes actually -4 somehow. I can't explain it. He's -4. He looks so effortless, so lazy. Scotty Barnes, if you'd believe it, put less effort into this game than I put into this post-game show. I am just so deflated. I am just absolutely everything has been ripped away from me. I just am completely numb to this game. Completely sucked the soul out of me. It's a Friday night. I work a 9 to 5. On top of the 9 to 5, I spend tons of hours producing YouTube content. Friday night is my time to unwind, and they very much sucked the soul out of me for this one. Team stats. Now, this is where it gets embarrassing. This is where it gets embarrassing. Points in the paint. They have 70. And if it wasn't a blowout, they're on pace for 90 for 3/4 of this game. They're on pace for 90. They would have gotten there. If it wasn't garbage time, they would have gotten there. That just shows you. This is not a good team. This is not a good team. Shea's a good player. Dort's an okay player. He's a fine, great defender. He's a fine offensive player. This is not a good team. But they had everything. They had anything they wanted. And that shows it. 70 points in the paint. You force turnovers. You do. You force turnovers. You don't rebound. You don't hustle. You don't show effort. You don't move the ball. You don't finish your easy looks. You don't hit your threes. You don't push it in transition. You don't hit your free throws. Look at that. What do you expect to happen? A team, no matter how bad a team is, and OKC aren't like one of like with Shea here. They're not a bottom feeder. They're not as bad as the Rockets, I don't think. But that's embarrassing. They're going to lose by 30 points, it looks like, to a team that is going to be fighting to get the top pick in the upcoming NBA draft. It is from start to finish a disaster by the Raptors. Now, I turn off the game. I hope to fucking God we've taken off the starters. You don't have to sit on this one long. You're going to go to bed. You're going to wake up, and it's going to be game day again. You can't possibly be any worse than this. You can't possibly get down to this level again. Because if you do, man, the Pacers will beat you by 50. So you got to figure out how you're going to get stops in the paint. You got to figure out how you're going to move the ball in offense, or else it's going to be the same thing tomorrow. So I think every single player on this team got to have a good look in the mirror in their executive suite at whatever hotel they're at tonight. Take a good look in the mirror and just say to yourself, I played like shit today. We played like shit. So what are we going to do tomorrow to make sure it's better? Because this is not a wash of a season. This is a good team here. This is an above 500 team. But man, oh man, these guys need this is a bit of a reality check for these guys. As far as what you should do as a fan, listen, do something that makes you happy tonight. If you have time, watch your favorite TV show, order your favorite food, have a responsible beverage, have a responsible puff of something. Don't let this game ruin your night. I'm going to probably crack a beer, throw on Family Guy, enjoy the rest of my night, because it ain't worth stressing and ruining your night over. It sucks. I'm going to think about it no matter what. I'm going to be upset, but don't let this take over your life. The Raptors are my life. Of course, I got my job based on my work I do on this YouTube channel. That's how I got hired. I work my schedule around Raptors games. I work my schedule around creating Raptors content. It's my life. But at the end of the day, it doesn't dictate my emotions, and it shouldn't for you guys as well. So be sad, be upset, but ultimately you can do some other things to improve your night as well. This was a horrendous, horrific, horrible game, but there will be another game tomorrow. We will be better than this. Let's come back tomorrow, win tomorrow against the Indiana Pacers. This team will be better. That's all I got to say. That is it for today on the post-game show. You found some enjoyment, please drop a like. It goes a long way to supporting the channels. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well for more Raptors content just like this for every single Raptors game.